Let's go back to this spreadsheet for a second. I want to talk about how we can use the descriptive statistics that we've been talking about to summarize this set of data. Each column of data is going to have its own descriptive statistics. I'll show you what I mean. The age column will have its mean, its median, its mode, its range, mean absolute deviation, variance, and standard deviation. So we could use this column of data right here, the age column, to calculate all of these values. And we'll get a certain mean, a certain median, a certain mode. We'll get one number for each of these. The number of units column will have its own mean, median, mode, range, and so on. So after we're finished calculating the values for the age column, we can move on and calculate all of the same values for the number of units column. And they're not going to necessarily come out to the same number that they did over here. For example, the mean of this column isn't necessarily the same as the mean of this column, and the median of this column isn't necessarily the same as the median of this column. We could then calculate all of the values over again for the number of children column. And all three of these are quantitative. All three of these are quantitative variables, which means that we can actually calculate all 7 of these values. But grade level is an ordinal variable. It's a variable that has categories that follow in order, but it doesn't have numbers that stand for amounts. So we actually can't calculate a mean for the grade level column. We can calculate a median and a mode. And if it's not quantitative, we can't calculate any of these measures of dispersion that we've been covering. So we actually can't calculate these last 4 values. So for this column, we could calculate a median, a mode, and that's all actually, since it's a column of ordinal data, it's not quantitative. And what about this column right here? College major is a nominal variable, which means it's a variable that has categories, and the possible categories don't follow in order from lowest to highest. What that means is we can't have a median. We can't have a median because there's no way to put these values in order from lowest to highest. So we actually have a mode only. The only value out of these 7 values that we could find for this column of data is the mode. You can see here that each column of data has its own values for all of these descriptive statistics. So all 7 of these descriptive statistics are meant to summarize one column of data.